Hi, I'm Lauro Miller and I make videos about programming. Today's video will focus on showing you how you can set up Node in your machine so that you can run JavaScript code. While you can also use the online environment that I provide, the link is in the description, at some point you will inevitably start developing in your local machine. So it makes total sense that you have Node installed. Let's then see the different ways and the different tools that we can use to set up Node in our local machines. The first way to set up your machine so that you can run JavaScript code locally is to download the NodeJS installer from the website, right? So you open the website, link is as always in the description, and you have a couple of options here. You can download version 14, you can download version 15, you can even download earlier versions. So for us here, for our purposes, any version above 12 is fine, and I think 10 will also work fine. It's a little bit older, I didn't test this for 10, but I think there will be no major problems. You can just download it here. If you have another operating system, it's also fine. You can switch and find here in the other downloads page. I mean, if you open this page from your machine, this will probably show your operating system, so this should be no problem at all. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to click here on the 14 button. This is going to download the installer for Node 14. And once I click here, this is a typical installation process. It's going to be also a typical installation process for a Windows machine. And all it's going to do is to install Node version 14 and npm version 6. I'll click on continue, I agree, and here in this screen you would continue further with install, but I'm going to stop here because I already have Node installed via the NVM option. So we are going to discuss NVM in a bit, and I already have Node installed, so it doesn't make sense for me to install it again. But that's all there is for downloading the installer and running it to install Node in your machine. This is the first way, and to make sure that it is set up, you can come here and type node-v, right? So this is going to print the version that is currently installed in your machine. Now, this is one way, but it's not the only way. There is another way which I personally prefer, but it is a little bit more advanced than simply downloading the installer and running it in your machine. And that is to use a Node version manager. The Node version manager allows you to install more than one version of Node in your machine and to select which version you want to work with. You can select a global default, for example, but you can also switch the version based on for another terminal. So let's say you want to open another terminal window and you want to work with a different Node version there. That's also possible. This is what I use. If I come here to the terminal and I say nvm-v, that's the version that is installed. And if I run nvm-ls, this shows the versions that are installed in my machine. So I have Node 12, Node 14, and Node 15, but I'm working currently with Node 14. Node gives you the possibility to run JavaScript files. So let's see how this works. Here I'm going to say a very simple hello world, right? That's just to stick to tradition. And once I save this and back here at the terminal, I can say node index.js. Index here is just the name I chose for the file. You could have chosen anything. Hello world is also fine. And once I run this, you have hello world output to the console. Okay. Now in a later video, we will explore a little bit more the different ways to run JavaScript code, but I just want to show you how we will use Node most of the time. Another possibility to set up your machine is not to set up your machine, right? So as I said, we will have online environments that you can use to practice, and this is the case here. So in this environment, you have a terminal. This really works as a terminal. You can run many commands here. You can run ls. You can run any commands that are present in a terminal that are going to be present here, right? pwd to give you the current working directory, clear to clear up the output. Everything works here. And you can also run Node. So if I run node-v, the version that is installed here is version 12. So everything that I discuss here in the videos, it is ensured to work with version 12 because I test all the scenarios and all the courses before publishing them. So everything works with at least version 12. So if you don't want to do any setup and you just want to practice, you can use this online environment here for you to do so. You can also create your file here. If you create index.js, this is going to show up here in the editor, and you can write console.log hello world like I did there. Here I'm going to save this and I will just run this file with Node. And then as you see, the output is going to be hello world. So it is fully flexible, fully fledged, and I think you can do everything that we're going to discuss in this whole introduction course you can do in this online environment. Awesome, you now have everything you need to run JavaScript in your machine and follow the videos of this course. In the next video, we'll go through 3 ways that we can run JavaScript code. If you don't want to miss any of the upcoming videos of this JavaScript introduction series, make sure to subscribe to the channel, just a small click for you, and you will get a small notification once the videos are out. I'll see you in the next video, bye bye!